Hey everybody, it's Andy's Free Guitar Charts Videos here. Welcome to my YouTube subscribers and my Facebook group friends. And anyone who's viewing this video, my co-pilots and my crew. We're going to jump right to the most recent chart because I've made improvements to the charts. Some of the earlier charts, 2 or 3 charts before this one, are sort of interesting, so we can just pan through them. Okay, so right now we're on 593. You can see it looks very similar. This has a good circle here. What we're looking at here is the flatted fifth blues note low string. Okay, so as we go around in the caged C, A, G, E, D in the root key of the blues, that's the groove key on the open. I'm down tuned, so I have an E-shaped C down here, right? Because you start here, E-shaped D, D-shaped D, E-shaped D, E-shaped C. So this would be your root key of the blues, C, A, G, E, D. And then as we go along, we have the transformations, okay? And the blues note for 5-string builds, same blues note on the bottom string. So we put the blues note on the bottom string here. So let me get the capo so when we look at in C, if I play a C-shaped C here, so we have these blues transformations here. So part of the series this time, this season, is the 12 keys of the blues chord transformations. This chart and the latest chart shows exactly how they're shape fitted with some new graphics. Of course, it's tri-pent caged, tri-pent. That's your C. That's your F, and then the G would be. Okay, that would be your G, and then you put them all together and you get. So put the 3-pent scales, 6-string together, and you get the diatonic. That's what tri-pent cages are, transforms. Now it's important to understand the transforms, and that's why I want to zoom in on this chart here. There's a few different transform charts, but they're the same transforms. We're going to look at a C-shaped C. Now the transform to the A shape is going to be 1 cage letter advanced. So that would be the A shape. So we would have, now this is important for the blues. Where is the flatted fifth? That flatted fifth. Why do we only care about the flatted fifth? Because the transform keys of A, D, and E here, they're shapes, but they're really in the transform key. These are going to have the blues notes in them, except for that flatted fifth. So the A shape would go like this. We have to play now. The C blues would be C, and then E shaped, and then G shaped, right? So it'd be. Okay, the flatted fifth is going to be right here. It's on the C string shape. So we're up here. Here's the pattern. The C string shape's right here, 3, 4, 5. So it's 3, 4, blues note 5. Okay, so when we're playing in the root key of the blues, position 1. Okay, that wasn't a 7th chord. That was a suspended. Okay, so here's our C7. Okay, on the bottom we have the blues note. Okay, with the 3, 4, and the blues note, the 5, we can play the all 4 notes there. Okay. When we go to the first transformation, we're going ahead 1 caged shape. And we're going to shape fit that in there. And this is all covered in here, but we're going to look at today's chart for that. This is a couple of days ago. This is all 12 keys. Okay, the blues groove of 1, 4, 5 in all 12 keys. How does it spell out with a capo and a fret nut in the open position? And then we're going to also be talking about shadowing that first groove shape right up here. We got, if we shadow that, start it where it finished, same shape, that is a blues pentatonic scale, and that is what is the second shape right there. Okay, so we have the blues diatonic is going to be 1 caged shape ahead. Now remember, in this C box here, we're staying in the open here. So the transformation to the diatonic magic key is 1 caged letter advance. So it'll go like this. Where's that blues note? Exactly where it was before. It doesn't change in each of the cages. So this note, okay, and then we're just going to go to an octave of that in the next cage. Okay, and then the next cage we go up 2 over 1, and then for the warp we go up 1 more. This is the tuning third. Then we go up 1, up 1, up 2, over 1. Okay, so string 1 and string 6 are the same when we're counting. It's just like you slide over to the next one. So we have to the C to the D shape now. Let's take it. We can go pentatonic now. We have the same blues note. It hasn't moved, but that D shape's gonna give us what? It's gonna give us the flatted third and the flatted 7th. And if we hit the flatted 5th, we've got the whole blues note, blues scale. So that transformation to the D shape is what we're also looking for. Now in caged, D goes on up to C. As you go this way, it goes forward in the word caged. So that's our shadow shape there. So we can play that D shape here. Or in the C position. Okay. So let's look. I'm going to sit over here for a minute. So we start here with the C shape, the C7. Remember, everything in the blues grooves is going to be 7th chords. Even if it's a minor chord, make it a 7th chord if you want. Except there's a rule with the minors. Play the shadow as if it was a major. Okay? And of course in the blues pentatonic key, right up here, the blues master pent key, the blues note sits at 2-3, but you know it's the same blues note, so it started down here, it migrated up here, so this must be the 2-3 in the blues pent key, and indeed the F is the second of the blues pent key. Except we can take it on up. We can take it on up to the, if we want to, take it up to the A flat there, but we're not going to do that because it's the pentatonic key. So it goes like this. So really all we're doing is the 2 to the 3. Alright? Why is that now? Because when we're looking at just pentatonic, we're not going to play the 7. So this becomes a 6 root long. We're not going to play the 4th in pentatonic, so we just have the 2-3 there. Okay, so again, it's the first short after the second long. There's 3-5, the long, 3-5. Remember, G would be the third of the diatonic key, because the diatonic key is the shape that goes up one pentatonic.